Welcome to another episode of.
I gotta be honest with you today. We're gonna talk about probably one of the most famous and fan favorite characters of all time. Is he man? Is he monster? Or is he both? The one, the only, Incredible Hulk.
Gotta believe, gotta believe. The Hulk has been around for a long time. Believe it or not, the first Hulk only went 6 issues, and back then he was gray.
Well, no, he was only gray in the
for
first
one
issue.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hulk issue 1, created by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, the usual gang that you've heard us mention repeatedly on these episodes because they created the whole universe. They had a printing error. And Hulk was showing up inconsistent. So he was like light gray, he was like t-shirt gray, he was like aluminum foil gray. You know, it just. Then Stan Lee said, you know what, we don't have any green superheroes. And then in Hulk issue 2, where he fought the Toad people.
Yep.
That's when he debuted as the Green Hulk.
There you go. He also came back as the Gray Hulk later on.
In Peter David's run.
Yep, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The Hulk was the problem with the Hulk was he was misunderstood. Wouldn't you say?
Very misunderstood.
Absolutely, yeah.
There was a lot of Frankenstein elements, a lot of Jekyll and Hyde character elements and things like that. But as you said, when he got canceled after the 6th issue, he teamed up with a lot of characters in Tales to Astonish.
Yep.
And then was brought back, what was it, 101?
I think so, yeah.
Incredible Hulk 101
Yep.
after Tales of Astonish went its course, where he teamed up with a lot of characters, Submariner and Giant Man and whatnot.
Yeah. He also was one of the founding defenders too.
The
with
Defenders.
With Doctor Strange, Submariner, and Silver Surfer, which we'll discuss in a later show.
Wasn't he also one of the founding members of the Avengers?
He
Yes,
was the
yes, he
founder.
was. He was one of the founding.
founder, yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't Cap or
Nope.
Iron Man.
Nope.
Oh,
It
Iron
was
Man
Hulk.
was there.
He was there.
It was Iron Man, Thor, and Hulk. And they didn't get
Yeah,
Cap
but
till...
at that time, Iron Man was the Eric Larson of that era. He's like, I'm just gonna join up with the Avengers.
Wow.
Wow.
Wasn't Wasp and Yellow Jacket in there too, or Ant-Man? It was Ant-Man then.
Ant-Man
wasn't
was
it?
there.
Yeah,
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yeah. We will also do an episode of Ant-Man. Thank you for the suggestion. We will get to it at some point. Wow. What was that? Anyway.
Hulk has had a very interesting run, as you said, very misunderstood. Different incarnations, different colors, just...
Yep.
Sometimes he was fighting street crimes. Sometimes he was beating the crap out of meteorite monsters.
Most of the time, he's just fighting the army.
Yeah, in the army.
Oh, yeah,
They were
and-
hunting him.
Chasing him.
Yeah, and he wherever he went, you could see because there was just destruction everywhere.
Yep.
He destroyed
Yeah.
towns.
Yeah. He just chaos incarnate.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're forgetting one thing. Who is the Hulk? Well, that would be David Bruce Banner.
Robert Bruce Banner.
Robert Bruce Banner?
Robert Bruce Banner
Okay,
in the
Robert
comics.
Bruce. Yep.
David Banner was the name given to him by Stan Lee due to the television show that was made in 1977 when CBS acquired the rights to 5 Marvel characters to try to expand the universe. And they made Bill Bixby, who played Dr. Banner, they made his name David, I'm just going to be honest, because they thought Bruce sounded gay.
Okay, there you go. Well, and here's the thing. We want to give a shout-out to Bill Bixby for his great rendition of
And
the
Lou
character.
Ferrigno.
And Lou Ferrigno for his great...
They are the Hulk.
Yeah,
and Banner.
he is the Hulk.
Who you are aware the Hulk, Lou Ferrigno is still doing the sound for the voices for the Hulk
He
in
does
the movies.
the growls. But he's
Yeah, he does the
uncredited.
growls.
He
Yep.
should have made the puny God line.
Oh yeah, he should have.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that would have been
oh my
awesome.
God.
That would have been awesome.
No, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. Well, he's doing a pretty good job. I think the Hulk now is actually pretty good. People like him.
What did you think of the Hulk TV series with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno?
I actually thought for the time I thought it was probably one of the best shows that was being made.
I agree.
I think it was better than the Spider-Man show, which was horrible. I think it was better than Well, you got to think the Hulk show had to be pretty good because they made movies after the show.
What the deal with the show is it went 5 years, and a lot of personal problems happened to Bixby. Lou Ferrigno just personified the Hulk. He wasn't huge like you see in the comic books.
Nope.
They made it more relatable.
Right.
And the character, you cared more for Banner than the Hulk. Before Hulk showed up, Ferrigno only has 6 minutes of screen time each episode.
Yep.
The rest of the episode is David Banner or whatever alias he was taking up, Bernard,
Right.
Banyan, random aliases because he was under the radar because the government and this newspaper reporter was hunting him.
Right.
So it played a lot of themes with The Fugitive, starring David Jansen. It kind of played
Right.
with that theme.
Right. Well, I actually honestly think that the show was, for its time, was an amazing show.
Still is. I think it holds up.
Oh yeah, it
yeah,
holds up very well.
absolutely.
The other thing that's interesting about it is I think it was interesting when they did the movies. They tried to bring different characters in it. They debuted Daredevil in there. They debuted Thor in there.
And then that Black Widow knockoff.
The Black Widow knockoff.
But the reason they did that was because the show wasn't comic booky.
No.
as I said, just a newspaper reporter in the army. He never fought. I think the only time he fought like a comic booky villain was when he fought the other Hulk.
Right, but here's the funny thing, and I think that's why it survived for that time, because it wasn't comic booky. It was actually somewhat serious.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a pretty cool thing.
And it had a very adult ending.
Yeah.
I'm going to spoil the ending for the whole series to the viewers out there.
Go for it.
He dies.
There you go.
Hulk is killed.
That's it.
Falls out of an airplane that explodes by some Yugoslavian terrorists. And Banner finally, his last words were, "I am free," and then he dies.
Well, and that's pretty much the whole thing. He wants to, all through it, he's trying to cure himself, and he keeps trying, he's the Hulk.
He
That's
found
it.
peace in death.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Getting back to the comic now, there've been runs that were really good.
Oh.
Peter David did a run, I think 17 years.
A long freaking time, man.
He did a run, and he based it mostly on his relationship with his wife or girlfriend at the
Something
time.
like that,
Something
yeah.
like that. And the Hulk went through all things. He was smart. He was stupid. He was.
He went back to being gray.
He went back to being gray. He was Mr. Fix-It for a while.
Oh, the Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas
yeah.
mob heavy.
But
Yeah.
this book that you see we have displayed is Hulk 340, which is a quintessential Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Great book.
Oh yeah.
Great book.
Oh,
Top 3 Hulk books of
Top
all time.
four.
Top 4.
Top 4.
Because the top 3 are 180, 181, and 182.
Which is where Wolverine first appeared was in
first
Hulk.
appearance.
And this is his rematch.
Yep.
Hulk versus Wolverine and Hulk 340.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this was done by some kid named Todd McFarlane,
Todd McFarlane
who later on
did Spider-Man
Spider-Man,
and created
Venom,
Spawn.
and Spawn. Oh yeah, he created Spawn, which I hear is a really good comic.
It's a great comic.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it more.
Yeah, we will. We'll do an images show later.
We'll
But
talk about it
anyway.
more as
But we
free
can't
comic.
we can't forget Len Wayne and Herb Trimp.
Can't forget
Oh no,
Len
can't
Wein.
them either.
Oh.
Or Sal Buscema.
Herb, he's alright. Herb Trimp, probably one of the greatest Hulk artists,
Yep.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he did probably
was cool.
my favorite Hulk books.
You know, honestly, the Hulk. Didn't Larson do the
He
Hulk
did one
books?
issue.
Yeah, it
or
was
a couple-
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why.
Of course, he followed McFarlane.
Of course he did.
Naturally,
Yeah.
on everything.
Yeah.
Isn't he on his shirt tails all the time?
Yes.
Always.
Okay, yeah.
Always.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, the Hulk, like we were saying, the Hulk is an amazing character. I mean, he's
He's had numerous films too.
oh yeah, numerous films.
Eric Bana's,
Yep,
Edward Norton,
yep.
and the 2 Avengers with Mark Ruffalo, and the upcoming
Ragnarok.
Thor
Ragnarok. The sad thing is they can't do a Hulk movie because evidently there's something to do with the fact the Hulk can be in a movie, but he can't star in a movie
It's-
because
it's a right.
It's a legal thing.
It's a legal thing between Marvel and
Universal.
yes.
Yes.
Universal still has the main distribution
Yep.
rights to Hulk, I believe, but he can appear in as a guest star in other
Right.
movies.
Now,
Because they pushed for him to be in Ragnarok.
oh yeah, they
hardcore.
did. Oh yeah. Now, Mike, which we're all forgetting what is the greatest Hulk story in the last 20 years?
Planet
Hulk.
Made an animated feature on it.
Yep. And Ragnarok's going to delve in that somehow about Ragnarok. Not Ragnarok. Just deal with Planet Hulk, which was actually a really good story.
It's a great story. Hulk is basically the Illuminati, which was a group that consisted of Namor, Strange, Reed Richards,
Professor X.
Xavier, and
I don't remember.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt.
Black
yeah.
Bolt.
Yeah. Who didn't say much.
yeah,
He
Hulk.
couldn't talk at all.
Yeah, really.
I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
What's up, Olivia?
Who would win in a fight, Hulk or Superman?
Well, they have fought in the comics.
Yep.
And Superman has beat him, but Hulk has beat him once.
Right.
Who's stronger?
Depends.
Depends. Hulk gets stronger as he gets angry, so
Right.
it depends.
And if it's the Yellow Sun, Superman could. That's the thing about Superman. He can get a pounding. It's not like he's invincible. But Hulk has beat him just by getting really pissed.
Well, the Hulk's fought a lot of people. He fought the Thing. He's fought Spider-Man.
Fought Thor.
Fought Dracula.
Fought Dracula.
Hulk fought everybody.
Hulk
Yeah, he
fought
did.
everybody.
Yeah, he did.
Spider-Man,
Yep.
Blade,
Yep.
Batman in one issue.
Yep.
Which was funny
That
because
sounds like a horrible matchup.
Batman wins.
Batman
Really?
wins.
Batman
Yeah.
beats everybody.
Yeah,
Batman
but-
beats everybody.
Batman beats Superman for crying out loud.
Well,
But
that's
that was
because he has the
awesome.
ring.
So?
Well,
Still beat
He
him.
the staff.
The staff.
Still beat him.
Yeah, there you go. Why did you say that name? Anyway,
Could have done without that.
there you go. Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Good movie.
There you go. Anyway, but to get back to the Hulk one more time, see, we seem to be going off a little bit here. The Hulk is just a great character.
What are they doing now with Hulk? They got like 2 Hulks or something like that?
His what's her name there is
Jen Walker.
Jen Walters is the She-Hulk, And then the smartest kid there is, I think we're running out of time. So
How much
with-
time we got left?
How much time we got? 2 minutes.